And out of the weariness, a hand of help came from somewhere. I can tell you what mornings when persons knock on my mother's window, 5 o'clock in the morning, going to their work, I've just come to bring this for you. What was it? Exactly what we needed for the day.
Yes.
I can tell you that God never forgets and God never abandons. But if there isn't someone who can tell you that, you might go through a life of pain and suffering, not knowing what to do. And I believe Jesus himself came so that when you cry out, he would understand, yes, he is not perfect. Yes, she is not an honorable woman. Yes, they've been through trials and tribulations. But I am God. And it is my responsibility that when the broken calls, when the broken cries out, when the broken is in need of help, I, God Almighty, Jesus Christ, will have mercy and defend you and be a help and a blessing to you. And when I am not there, I will send ministering angels to stand in my place, who will do for you what you need done for you. I don't think the problem in the world is that people are suffering. You're going to find suffering in every generation. I don't think the problem in the world is that people are meeting hardships. I don't think the problem in the world is that we have 150 million people, migrants who are stateless and paperless and have no place to go. That's not the problem. The problem in the world today is that some of us who pose, some of us who look like, some of us who are supposed to have a sense of responsibility, some of us who are benefiting from the grace of God every day. Some of us can speak about, I woke this morning, I'm in my sound mind, and I can see and I can walk and I can talk. Some of us who have food on the table. Some of us who have more clothes to wear than we would have years to live. Some of us who still have a closet full of clothes and whatnot. We have not worn it in a long time, but we ain't giving it to nobody. The problem is those of us who have been blessed are not a blessing to those who are in need. And we can tell a whole lot of stories about people in need. But the problem is not those who are in need. Can we motivate? Can we activate some of us who are sitting and benefiting, but do absolutely nothing to be a blessing to others? And I think that if this church is to see a revolution in its spiritual life, in its social life, in its mission life, we will have to activate people who are interested in allowing Jesus to shine through them and for them to be a light to the nations. Our problem here in this congregation maybe is that far too many of us are so comfortable. We have a job and our kids can go to school and we can come dress up and, oh Lord, don't talk about the weave part. We can find money for every blessed thing. That's right. Rub your head, darling. Not you. That's right. You know. You see, we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Because today we might be comfortable. And the problem might not be us today. Sometimes our failure in life goes down 2 and 3 generations. Our children and our children's children, when they begin to find themselves in hot water and faced with trials and tribulations they cannot deal with themselves, when they trace it back, they will tell you that my mother never taught me that. My father wasn't home to show me that. So we might be comfortable today, but be careful. Your children and your children's children may begin to suffer because you have yet to be a blessing to others. It's amazing how you find. I've always believed that children have a way of sharing when the parents don't share. But very often today you find children can be just as mean as their parents. Children do exactly what their parents do. And so when you find young people mean and fighting against each other, you can almost trace it right back. Go to the home And that's exactly what you're going to find. And you have to ask God to change your life. My son, his wife is not doing too well, a young fella. And I was telling a friend of mine a couple of days ago that she's not doing too well. And he asked me, he said, did he know that she was sick before he got married? And I said, yes. He said, but why would you marry somebody who you know might not be too well? I said, well, only thing I can answer is that from a child, he's been very sensitive in the home, very sensitive with animals. He could see a poor dog on the street and want to take it home. He wouldn't let you kill an insect. So it seems to me that maybe from a child that God was birthing in him the capacity to care. Who cares for you? Because if they only care for you because